listening to Milcaster Tales, brought to you by knowhownonprofit.org.
Contract? What contract? Part 3. Joan, Chief Executive of Age Aid, is horrified to discover that their recent funding application to the local authority stands little chance of success. Their newest trustee, Ashok, has been trying to help put together a new application. Meanwhile, Lawson Care, a large private social care provider, is keenly snapping up contracts in the area. "Another Christmas pudding this one, Pam," calls Joan cheerily, cutting a piece of Christmas tape with her teeth. "OK," mutters Pam, Joan's PA, without enthusiasm, struggling with Sunita, the services manager, to put together a mountain of cardboard boxes. "Always loved doing this," Joan thinks, checking the Christmas hampers for Age Aid's regulars. Sniffing loudly, thinking this might be the last time, Joan turns away so others might not see her distress. Pam looks over at Sunita, struggling with a box of Christmas puddings. "You OK?" Yes. Must have eaten something iffy last night." Returning to her office, Joan plonks her hamper checklist on top of last week's Milcaster Mercury, open at a glossy 4-page spread about Lawson Care, a private social care provider. Deliberately, she places her coffee mug over a picture of Kim, Director of Operations, who's shaking the Lady Mayoress's hand. "That's the last I want to see of you," thinks Joan. "Bad luck!" shouts Edwina, Age Aid's chair, as Hazel's golf ball lands in the rough on the 7th hole. "Can't concentrate today," says Hazel. "Never thought being a trustee of Age Aid would mean being personally liable for their debts." She swings at the ball and misses. "Maybe thousands of pounds. Really, really regret introducing you to Joan." "She's behaving like an ostrich," grunts Edwina. "This nonsense about Ashok being our saviour. He's just a trustee, like us, unpaid volunteer. Joan's paid to ensure we've got sufficient funds. She's the chief exec." "Feel so let down," says Hazel, raising her club, swiping again furiously at the ball firmly stuck in the long grass. Keeping well away from Hazel's swing, Edwina says briskly, "I'm thinking of calling a vote of no confidence in Joan at the board meeting on Thursday. We've got to do something." Ashok is leaving the town hall, having delivered Age Aid's resubmitted application for funding, when someone gently taps him on the shoulder. It's the Lady Mayoress. "Ashok, got a minute? Did you see Lawson Care's spread in the Mercury? Has Joan been in contact with them?" "Unfortunately, no," says Ashok. "Our board vetoed any contact with the enemy." "Not good in the present climate," says the Lady Mayoress, shaking her head as she leads him to her office. "There's someone here I'd like you to meet." Outside Le Merlot wine bar, after work that evening, Pam and Sunita are checking the menu. "Look, Nita," says Pam. "Isn't that Ashok? Who's he with? That's not his partner, Sheila." "No, it's that woman from Lawson Care, featured in last week's Mercury." "Oh, come on, Pam," Sunita says, pulling Pam's sleeve. "Let's just go to the Dog and Frog." "Hang on. What are they looking at? Aren't they plans? Building plans?" says Pam, peering through the window, not bothered now if Ashok sees her. "Joan needs to know about this," ventures Sunita anxiously. They head off. "Not sure I ever really trusted Ashok, you know," says Pam darkly, sipping her drink in the Dog and Frog. She notices Sunita looking uncomfortable. "You've been very quiet today, Nita. Everything okay at home?" Sunita takes a deep breath. "Keep this to yourself, Pam. I think I might be expecting. It's great, but couldn't come at a worse time. Gupta's job's not secure, and now mine isn't. We can't manage with neither of us working." "Oh, Nita, love," says Pam, giving her a hug. "It'll be just fine. You'll be such a great mum." The next day, Joan, Dom and Sunita are working on a new system to record service outcomes better in future. But Joan can't stop worrying about what Pam's just told her. Why was Ashok meeting Kim from Lawson Care, and why hadn't he told her? Joan's relieved when her husband Simon pops his head round the door. He's got the car outside, ready to help her with the hamper deliveries.
Hope there's no corned beef this year. Can't stand the blinking stuff. Got a cupboard full already,
grumbles Charlie Rogers to Joan as she delivers hampers to Age 8 regulars on the Milford estate. I might have some tuna in the car, says Joan. That any good? Sitting in the driver's seat, watching Joan rummaging around in the back looking for the tuna, Simon explodes. You know, Joanie, this is ridiculous. We're delivering corned beef while your organisation's in meltdown. Joan gives Simon what he calls her rabbit-in-the-headlights look she uses when she's really, really stressed. I know, she snaps, then gets back into the car. But it's just so unreal at the moment, like everything's unravelling. I just heard that Ashok, who I thought was on my side, has been seeing Lawson Care. There's a board meeting tomorrow and they're expecting me to have a plan to get us out of this mess. They think I'm losing my grip. They're probably right. Simon softens, leans over and kisses her. He takes the tuna from her and delivers it to Charlie himself.
Cheers, mate. Happy Christmas, says Charlie.
Edwina taps her glass officiously to open the board meeting. We've got some important matters to discuss tonight. Let's start. Joan, we need an update. Not waiting for Edwina to finish, Joan starts listing numbers of hampers delivered with glowing accounts of the recipients' reactions. Yes, I'm sure they're all terribly grateful, barks Edwina, interrupting. But frankly, Joan, the board is extremely concerned about your reaction to the current crisis. Age 8 is running out of funds. We've no guarantee the council will approve our new funding bid, and trustees may have considerable financial liabilities should the organisation fail to find funding. Ashok raises his hand. May I, Edwina? She nods. I've spoken to Lawson Care and... Cries of shocked surprise are heard around the room. Joan is ashen-faced, fearing a betrayal. I thought we'd agreed not to speak to Lawson Care, Ashok, she says icily. Why wasn't the board informed? Why wasn't I informed of this? Says Joan, blushing furiously. You and the board made it very clear you wanted nothing to do with Lawson Care. I was approached personally. The Lady Mayoress alerted me in confidence to the likely poor outcome of our funding bid. Joan's heart sinks further. But she was keen that our services continue and introduced me to Lawson's operations director, so I decided to at least hear their thoughts. And? Says Edwina. Ashok continues. Doing nothing is not an option. Burying our heads in the sand will not help the people we want to help. As Edwina says, we're in dire straits. Having looked at the figures, seen the direction Lawson Care is moving in and their resources, it seems to me that we have the following options. Partnership, possibly with them, sharing or selling our building, subcontracting our services to another provider, or closure and withdrawal of our application to the council. There's a stunned reaction as Ashok describes their options in more detail. We have to make this decision quickly, Ashok says finally. What is it to be? Partnership with Lawson Care? Subcontracting? Or the closure and winding up of Age 8? The room is silent. It's decision time.
You've been listening to Milcaster Tales. Keep up to date with the latest Milcaster events and discussions at knowhownonprofit.org.